Oh my god. People of color fall in love too? Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Really quick before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press that like button down below, as well as follow my social medias. Here's my Instagram. Here's my Twitter. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Netflix show Never Have I Ever, which is created by Mindy Kaling, who I love. This show is so important. We never get shows with people of color being the main character and just like living their lives, like coming of age, doing something. Oh my gosh, white girls do that too. Wow, too bad we only ever see white girls do it though. Oh my gosh. And like, I know this, I don't think the show is like necessarily marketed for me. It's like a teen rom-com, but like, don't we all kind of love teen rom-coms? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so funny. And even though they're like sophomores in high school, but it was hilarious. And there's things we can all relate to, like from our coming of age stories. But so the main character, whose name is Davy, is a first generation Indian American girl. And then her two best friends, one is mixed and the other is Asian. Was it that hard? That's my question. It really took this long. And what's great is like they just get to live their lives and like grow up just like everybody else does, but we only see white people do it. Only white people come of age apparently. Girls of color are just like women. You didn't come of age. Just women. Still not represented, but women. So what a relief. What a relief. And you watch it and you're like, it was so easy, so simple. You could have been doing this all along. But thank God for Mindy Kaling. Love her. Anyways, it's important for two reasons. It's important for girls of color to see themselves portrayed in ways that they can relate to, where they're just doing the thing, like they're just growing up just like everybody else. But it's also important for white people to be able to see these shows where girls of color are just growing up. They're not in the car with their boyfriend getting shot by the police. Even though, okay, shows like that are so important, but like if we're only showing people of color within the struggle narrative, that's gonna produce a stereotype as well. Even though the struggle narrative is important to acknowledge that there is struggle, but it's not all there is. Like, we also smile and laugh and have fun and like want to hang out with cute boys, you know? It's not all death and poverty and, you know? Does that make sense? It's both important to show the struggle narrative and also acknowledge things beyond the struggle narrative, because we grow up too. And we just want to hang out with our friends too. Like, it's a part of growing up and just something you don't get to see. You don't get to see a lot of women of color just on screen, just being teenagers and just hanging out. So I thought that was super cool. It was just done so well. Like, everything was just like, it was nuanced in the way they brought her culture into it, and showing her like coming to terms with her Indian culture, because she's kind of wanting to be like, I'm an American girl, whatever, but then kind of coming to terms with it and accepting it to an extent, but also fighting with her mom, and just like, it really pulled out all the stops. I just am happy about it. I have no problems. I just was happy. I hope Netflix like continues down this path. The first time I remember seeing something like this was To All the Boys I Loved Before. It was a very new step in the right direction, and a very new direction, because you had an Asian main character and she wasn't like swinging samurais around. She was just a teenage girl. And it's like, oh my god, people of color fall in love too? Radical. But that was a huge success, which shows like people actually want to see this stuff. Like, it's not like you put an Asian person in it and all the white people are like, oh, no, no, no. Like, people like to watch it. Because if it's good, just start showing different stories, more stories. Just people of color doing things. I don't know. Be accurate with your representation. So that was the first time I remember seeing it. And then we had Stella and the Spades, which is on Amazon Prime. A lot of black people in it. The main character is a dark-skinned girl. She has box braids down to her hips, which is like something you never see, because I feel like a lot of times when we have a black character, they have like really straight hair. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times the hair of black women in TV and movies is just not really realistic, but like box braids, yeah, that's right. That's very realistic. That's how it goes. Yeah, and it was just her being a teenager, and she had her own, the show has its own plot, she has her own situation going on, but it's not all centered around the fact that she's black. She just is black, and then she's living her life and as a teenager. Just a black girl just figuring herself out, and she's, you know, kind of a messed up character, and she does these things to Pomona and whatever, but it's just her being herself and not having all these crazy expectations. And I just, beyond the struggle narrative. Beyond the struggle narrative. There's a book I am reading called Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay, and she has a whole chapter called Beyond the Struggle Narrative, where she's basically saying like, yes, we need movies about slavery, but why do all the movies with black people have to be about slavery? Why can't some of them just be some black people hanging out? I was like, I felt that. Maybe we're actually getting somewhere. Am I too optimistic for saying that? I will be a constant consumer of shows and movies like this, so keep them coming. We need more. We got like 2, so yeah, that was all I had to say. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you want to down in the comments, and yeah, thanks so much. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.